All right. July 31st. It's Friday. Um, I'm a little intoxicated, so this is only gonna go out to a few people that I know. Uh, so we just had a breakout of the LVA low value area. Um, it's kind of the bottom of the chart here. I can show you on TD Ameritrade. So it kind of had a pretty long downward trend all day, shot up, hit all these high value areas on the way up, and then completely came down, and then broke again here, right? Came down, bounced. See how it bounced at this area right here? Bounce, bounce, bounce. Then broke below it again. Look for another retest, which just happened over here, and then I sold right there. Pretty simple, right? And now I'm just looking for a continuation short, which I'm going right now. Target at 47.26 right here. Okay, I'm in 8 contracts, up about $1,400 right now. So that'll be my first target. I'll hit about half of that, and I'll leave the rest for a runner until the next symmetry dots. But pretty much, as you can see in the other chart, I mean, there's really not a whole lot of okay, just got out right there, and then the rest right now, if I get out right now, I made an additional 800. But basically, I'm just gonna let this thing run because, I got I got the lows here, right over here at 47.4, and it just broke below that. Really, there's no support until down here about in the 47. So I could let the rest kind of just run and see how far this thing's gonna go. Okay, I mean, it might go down to the 46. It's probably not. I mean, it's Friday, but look at it. I mean, it's already at the 47.15, so I don't even know where my next targets are at. But what I will do is I'm gonna bring my stop down so I can at least break even +1. Let's even bring it down to 46. I really doubt that this thing's gonna come all the way back up to the low value area LVA here. But it just broke the hedge fund line, so anybody that bought here, completely on the opposite end, on the bad end. So this thing is probably gonna just keep tanking from here. What I will look for is a move down below 24. This could just keep going down. I don't see any other symmetry dots here. I have to probably look at where the next levels are here on the chart. Let's see. We got 47.24 as our low. Let's go back to our recent lows here. 47.24. Yeah, I'd say 47.31 was our break. We just broke that. So if it comes back up to 47.31, 32, I would like to see this kind of continue down into at least the 47.15, 47.12 area. So that'll probably be my next target. You see how it kind of broke down below, and then this was what on the last Tuesday, or this last Tuesday, where it kind of came down to in the 47s and then shot up from there. So that probably could be my next target, just to be safe. Probably around the 47.10 could be my next target, so I can get out. Either the rest of them. I mean, it's late. I want to go to sleep, so I'll probably just get out the rest of the targets there. That'll probably be a good target. Or 47.15. I got 47.15 right now from that. 4 more contracts there, so I can do that. 2 more, reduce it down to 2. Let's bring that down to 10, and then just 2 more real quick. 47.15 to buy in at. So once it's below 47.24, I should see some more acceleration down. Got my stop down. I'll even bring my stop down to where is that? 47.40. I mean, I want to at least make some money off of this thing. So if it does reverse on me, so be it. But I don't see this thing kind of pushed down even further. So, you know, and the reason why is just it's a Friday. You know, it's the end of the week. You know, if anyone is holding onto a long position, and you saw how that thing jumped up, you know, during the European and Asian sessions here. Let me move the chart over here. This is gold, by the way. I mean, this is oil. So I mean, you got oil shooting down all day, right? During the Asian and European sessions. Finally shot up during the US session, came back down. Sellers continue to push oil down, and then oil pushed down below the lows of this recent week, right? And now it's coming into the beginning of the week where it kind of shot up from. You know, it's really going back down to those levels again, right? So, you know, imagine any buyers that were here, and then again buyers that were here this day. I mean, they're losing right now, so they're probably not going to be holding on to their long positions over the weekend, right? And if anything, this could be my next, you know, my next target in the 47s. But just to be safe, just because you see this really huge movement on Tuesday, that will be my next target. And this thing's moving down, so 47.15 probably gonna get hit in a second. Looks like 47.06 is my next target, so I'll move that down to 47.06. Made another 1300. I think it's bouncing pretty hard. So hopefully it hits one more target down there at the 47.06 real quickly, and I can kind of finish this video real quick. But you know, these patterns happen every day. You know, and I'm probably talking to Mike right now because I'm only going to send this to a couple of people. But Mike, you saw the patterns. It happens all day long on the upside, on the downside. Basically, there's just opportunities all the time. You just gotta look for the right patterns, right? Look for who's winning, who's losing, and basically trade against the losers, you know, because people are emotional and they make bad decisions in the market every day. And if you're in the know and you know how to trade these breakouts, and the people that are on the wrong position, then you just you basically just trade in that direction. 47.15, man, it hit it right there and then it bounced. So it's kind of a bummer. I wish I could have just at least got out of those trades, because I don't want to see this retracing anymore, you know. 47.15, and just look. I mean, you always gotta look to your left, right? You look to your left, it's really near that spike. So if it doesn't push back down any further from here, you know, that could kind of be, you know, the reason why. Because you see how kind of like 47.15, if you make a little arrow here, let me go ahead and put a line so you guys can see a little bit better. Let's make 47.15 right there. Okay, and let's just zoom in on this day. Look at that, you know, 47.15, shot below it, bounced, shot below it, broke it, tried to bounce, broke below it, bounced right up to the 47.15. Look at that, how close that is. Bam, bam, bam. Finally broke above it, came down, tested one more time, and then zoom, shot up from there, right? So what's going to happen when it tests it for the first time after a couple of days, right? End of the week, comes down, tests that area again. Well, you know, you got buyers at this price level before. So obviously there's going to be some, you know, rejection at that level if it tests it one more time, because buyers are still here, right? There are some buyers that held at that level. Now the ones that were holding here, right, at that launch level at 47.76, and then another buyer, and then the buyers that were here at 47.52, I mean, they're losing. So those guys are out. And it's Friday, like I said. No one's gonna hold positions overnight. And with the volatility in the market these days, especially, I mean, no one wants to hold positions overnight. You don't know what's gonna happen overnight. You know, with China, with Greece, who knows? And this is oil we're talking about. Oil moves like crazy. So you got oil. All right, this thing's moving down. Let's see. So, you know, if it doesn't push down further, but once it breaks 47.15, it should hit that 47.06. But I just, you know, it's just a really strong level. I just don't want that thing to bounce anymore. So what I can do is I'm going to leave, oops, I'm going to leave one there. And then I'm going to go ahead and take out one now at the 47. It's moving down. Well, that's moving down. Let's just hold on to it. See what happens. Let me just get out one. All right, so I got one more contract out. Let that 47.15 hit. Once it breaks 47.15, let's see if it can go down to 47.06. We can end the night, and I can go to sleep. 47.15. Come on, break through that level. All right, 47.15 broke. All right, this thing should start accelerating down. So 47.06 is my next target. Okay, but if this thing kind of hovers and bounces again, you see 47.15. There was a big order there. There's 130.23 right at 47.10. Okay, so once it breaks at 47.15, I was kind of expecting more acceleration to the downside. It can hover around here, but it should keep pushing down from here. Because there should be no more buyers, you know. Those big orders are out of the way. So if sellers are really pushing this thing down, this thing should continue. But 47.10 really is my next level. Once it breaks down there, you know, it's just going to keep going down. Who knows how long. But honestly, if I broke down from here, from the, you know, the 47.52, and it came up and retested, look at that. Broke, where did it come back down? I mean, it came back up to retest, right where it broke, right? Got low, came up, finally broke that low, came up and retested that low, and that's where you sell. So at 47, let's just make it good, like a nice number. So 47.50, right? 47.50 came back down and said, let's just say 47.20. Okay, that's 30 points. So with one contract, $300. You know, I was trading 8 contracts. I scaled on the way down. So you guys just gotta play the game like that. Now it's looking like it's gonna come up a little bit. That's fine. You know, it can bounce. Like I said, 47.15, good level. There's a lot of buyers there. You know, there were a lot of buyers there. So, you know, tested it, broke that level, and then, you know, maybe there's no more sellers to really push it down. But it could just retrace. Let's look and see the 1 minute chart here. Let's see. Okay, as long as it doesn't break that 47.31, I mean, we could test it, and it should test and shoot back down. Just like, I mean, you look at the break here, right? And then it went sideways, finally broke down here. You got some more sideways movement, move back down. So this thing could kind of be a correction. So it might come up here, test, come back down here, fail, not hit the 47.15 again and break down further, and then it might correct and go back up a little bit. So there's another possibility there. So I'll go ahead and let this thing hold. I got the 47.40 as my stop, so, you know, my average entry is at 47.50. Still making money there. This thing could reverse, you know, up to 47.40. It'll automatically get me out. Okay. So we'll see what happens. But again, next target's 47.06. So see if it pushes down any further. But if I got my stops at 47.40, I can still make a profit off of that. Well, so 2 contracts from 47.50 to 47.40, that was $200. Yeah, I made money on the way down. You can't extract exactly, you know, amounts of money as you go down, because you don't know exactly where the targets are going to be. You can just estimate. But that's the whole point of just scaling out as you go down, right? All right. It's like 15 minutes in this video. I don't even know if you're watching this long. I'm just going to just close it out. So if it hits my target, great. If it doesn't, I mean, you guys can check yourselves. Did it hit 47.06 or did it stop me out at 47.4? All right, we're right now at 47.26, 47.27, 47.26. It's 2 a.m. Korea time, which would make it what 3 p.m. on the East Coast. It's almost the end of the day. End of the day, a lot of orders get executed because people are either trying to get in or out of their positions. And so this could either move back down, or the short sellers are also trying to get out of the market and this thing moves back up. But again, if it stops me out, it stops me out. Still made a profit. With that said, I'll go ahead and close the video. Hope you guys learned something. Excuse my slurring, and if I was all over the place. I had one too many drinks and an espresso martini. Anyway, this is Joe. Learn the patterns, learn how to trade, make money, and enjoy life. Life is short. So, good night.